Hello, everybody. Good morning. So we are out at the last of the moderate resorts for this round of the resort tours. Disney's Portorleansfrenchquarter. So let's go in, take a look around. I'm going to try and stall for some time, see if we can order some beignets here in just a little bit. Good morning, Nicole. How are you? Okay, so guys, this is going to be your port cochere. This is where your buses are going to drop you off. This is where you're going to be kind of dropping off for valet if you need a valet service. And your main bus transportation is going to be right over here to the right-hand side. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Miss Sandy. I'm so sorry about the storms yesterday, you all. I got stuck out in that pot, and it was thundering and lightning. And I knew that the pool was a very huge highlight to this resort. So I was like, no, we need to be able to see the pool. So I wanted to hold on until we could go out and take a look at the pool. Good morning, Barbara. How are you? All right, so welcome to Disney's Portorleansfrenchquarter. Right here is going to be your registration or concierge if you need to talk about tickets or anything about how you're checking into your room. Right off here to the right-hand side as you first come in the doors is where you want to peel off to, right? So beautiful, so regal. Now, this is still technically Portorleans Resort, except it's the French Quarter section, so it's a little bit smaller than, or quite a lot smaller, at least half the size of the Riverside section. So since it is a sister resort to Riverside, you're able to kind of bounce around between both of those. You can bounce around between both the pools, I believe still, since they're sister resorts, and you can bounce around for food in between too. So, lovely resort. You can see it's got the heart of Mardi Gras and the essence of that New Orleans feel. Let's go up here and see some of the medallions here. So this resort was erected in 1991. You can see Crew of Port Orleans right there. Lots of Mardi Gras festivities. Oh, I've not seen you forever, friend. How are you? Congratulations on being moved. You love the gators here? Yep, they're cute. Listen, I think this resort, hands down, has the best theming of all the resorts here. So you can see our Mardi Gras King. You can see the jesters, all the different masks there. So this encompasses the whole feel of the big New Orleans swing here. So Sassagoula Float Works and Food Factory is going to be your main quick service location. I really hate that we weren't able to get out to see Scat Cat Club last night because I believe they have the live entertainment back again, but this is where you get the beignets. So we may have to stop back in here and get some beignets here in a little bit. Good morning, Hassan. Good morning, Mark. So you can see the Mickey shaped beignet sundaes. They also have the boozy beignets as well too. So you want to make sure you're asking about those if that's something you're looking to kind of partake in. Definitely got a nice little club-like, excuse me, kind of a smaller area feel here. You can see the beignets there in this little section, but it's very quaint, very much like a secret club, you know? Your telephones and restrooms are going to be down this little corridor. And they've even got some press cleaning machines. Oh, Mark said I've stayed there twice and I love that resort. Yes. I love French Quarter. I really wish that there was a way I could stay here more often. However, that's just not the case. But I do love the resort. If you're into the souvenir ID tags, they've got all of those here right by the front entrance to the quick service. Look, I mean, they've got Mardi Gras masks everywhere. Now, this resort just underwent a refurbishment just a couple of years ago, so it's relatively new what they've done in here. They took out a lot of the larger-than-life theming in here and kind of made it more open. It was a lot more narrow. So while I miss the older feel, I understand why they changed it around. And yeah, I do appreciate what they've done with it. They did leave up some of these touches, but look here, you can see Tiana and Naveen right here as the king and queen. Aren't they cute? But they used to have a big old like jester face and a mask and everything. So they have since relocated all of those really cool decorations. Ah, look over here. Got a sea lily right there on the Joker card. You see him? How cool is that? It's all those subtle Disney touches, and that's what the moderate resorts are all about, right? So you're on Disney property, you're getting that Disney class of service. However, it's a subtle Disney touch with a good theme, right? So you've got a central theme around it, and it might not be so in your face Disney. Nicole said, I love the beignets at the resort. Yes. Oh no. Okay, Stacy, definitely check in with us. Hi, Julio. Are you planning to go to the Anaheim Expo D23 convention? I would love to. I don't know that it's in the cards for me this year, but next year for certain we will be going. We'll have to see. You can see all the different glass bottles there. Now that's definitely something kind of taken directly from New Orleans, and all those glass bottles kind of hanging in the trees there. All the drinks are going to be self-service, so if you've bought that resort refill mug, or if you've bought just a regular cup, the readers in the freestyle machines will read the bottoms of your cup and let the machine know how many refills that you're capable of getting. Oh, okay, here you can see a few more of those decorations here. A little bit more larger than life. I know, it's just beautiful, this resort. They've taken such good care in making sure that they've really kept the theming upbeat. Look, it looks like beads right there from Mardi Gras. You can see a few more of those masks and cards over on this side. You can see the king crown there, Mardi Gras beads. It's gorgeous in here. One of my all-time favorite resorts. And as I said, this is a significantly smaller side to Port Orleans than Riverside is. So if you haven't checked out our video on the Riverside, we've got a full walking tour of that. And I can link that in the description a little bit later on for you all. So that way you can compare the two. If you want to go and visit Riverside, or come from Riverside and visit French Quarter, it's a short walk or a nice little water taxi stroll away. Now over here on the opposite side of the registration and the concierge is your main shopping. It's called Jackson Square. And your arcade is over this way as well. So let's go see what we can go and see for the resort itself. Arcade is going to be down this way. It's going to be relatively small. Remember, the value resorts tend to have the most arcade games because they are very central on that theming for the kids and having things to do. But you've got a nice little room here set up to be able to do all the arcade type things, right? So if you're stuck indoors, you're kind of rained out of the pool or something momentarily, it's a nice quiet place to kind of come in, relax, get your bearings about you, and be able to continue on the fun. You can also mail things from here. It is a working P.O. box, so you can send mail out, you can get mail in. It's really neat, huh? So welcome to Jackson Square. This is going to be your nice shop for different kinds of things like apparel, souvenirs, 50th merchandise. They've even got some of the H2O products here. I'm mostly interested in seeing all the resort-centric options. So they've got these corksicle tumblers here. This is Port Orleans Resort French Quarter. It's got kind of the beveled edges on the sides. $39.99 for those. You got these Tommy Bahama quarter zips here. It's got a white color and a cream color to that one. I love these shirts. It says "What's Hoppin'." How cute is that? Little Naveen. So sweet. I love this resort. I didn't realize it had its own bag. Look how beautiful this is. It says Nola. I think it's a Dooney. Yeah, it's a Dooney and Burke. Oh my goodness. I love the different resort merch too, Sandy. It just, world of its own, class of its own. So, as you can see, a lot of these buildings are going to be very much themed like this. They're not going to be terribly tall, maybe 2 or 3 stories tall in each building. $14.99 for that cup. They got more of a clutch right here. Oh no, Spartina $449. This is only $44 for this little case. How cool is that? Oh, it's even got some theming here on the bottom. Ooh, these are gorgeous. If you want to commemorate your trip, you can take home one of these cute little lithographs here. They're framed and matted. Hey, Amy. Hi, Stephanie. Look, there's the gators that Barbara was alluding to earlier. How much are you all? I'm terrible about pricing. $35. Oop. If you've ever seen anything and I've not turned it around, yell at me. Tell me you want to see the price on that. Oh no. Look how cute this little Tiana tank top is. And it's got the little ruffles here at the bottom. $34.98 or $34.99. Same with this shirt. $36.99. It's like the grown-up version of it. Ooh, look at these Tervis tumblers. These are gorgeous. $26.99 for that one. It's also got kind of the pool lid there at the top, so you can put some hot things in there too, it looks like. Okay. Ooh, and if you're a pin collector, got an exclusive Portorleansfrenchquarter pin. Cute. How much is this one? $9.99. So not bad at all. Official Disney pin too. Oh wow, they've got so much here specific to the resort. This is nice. I love how much they've made Tiana a part of this resort. I feel like she is complete encompassing guiding principle for this resort now, and it's amazing. If you're familiar with the Port Orleans Resort Riverside Royal Guest Rooms, you'll know that Tiana is the one that kind of kicks off those royal guest rooms and invites all the princesses to stay in those rooms. And because of being appreciative of being invited out to those rooms, each of the princesses leaves something behind in those. So it's a really nice, fun, almost scavenger hunt in those rooms to see what all is left behind from each princess or donated to those rooms to add some character there. Oh, these are cool. French Quarter again. Oh, this one's for Scat Cats. Okay. Cool. Beignets. Oh, I like this coffee mug with the handle. $14.99 for that one. Cool, cool, cool. These Tiana items are adorable, yes. And I think some of these we've seen a lot before. They tend to have a lot of honeymoon items because it is a smaller, quaint section of a resort. Is in and of itself, like it's a resort in and of itself. So you see a lot of honeymoon or wedding type options, and that's just because this tends to be a very popular choice for those that are honeymooning or just married or vow renewals, things of that nature. Okay, Barbara. Okay, so let's go on in. Oh, look, you can buy these little masks too. Oh, how cool is that? Ooh, they have a complimentary H2O waist pouch now. That's interesting. Okay, so just to keep from confusing everybody, I'm going to go straight through the very mid-section here to go on out to the resort. Like I said, it's very small, so there's not a whole lot of ground to necessarily cover here. And that's okay. There's just a lot of really cool, fun elements out here. It is a gorgeous resort. I completely agree with you here. Whew. It is starting to get a little hot, so I'm gonna let my camera adjust because it might fog up for just a second. I'm gonna get us over to the directory over this way so you can kind of know the layout of everything. This is just kind of the back side of Jackson Square, the gift shop we were just in. Okay. So here is the directory. As I said, it's not terribly big. This is going to be encompassing for both Riverside and French Quarter. So we've already done a tour of Riverside. If you were to take that in half, maybe even a third, you find French Quarter. Hi, H. Salmon. How are you? I'm good. Happy Wednesday. So this is the section that we're focusing on right now. So Blues and Jazz Station is going to be your transportation. We're right here. This is going to be our main feature pool right here. This is the oh, what do they call it? Doubloon Lagoon pool, and the Mardi Gras pool bar is going to be right there. Buildings 2 and 5 are going to be your preferred sections. So when you're going to book your rooms, make sure that you kind of look out for those buildings and know that you're going to pay a premium upcharge to be closer to the main lobby and the main feature pool. There is going to be like other pools that you can use over here in Riverside, but I wouldn't count on it for French Quarter. So you've only got 7 different room buildings: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Some of these 7, 1, 3, things like that, those are going to be standard rooms, so know that they may not cost near as much when you go to book them, and won't have that premium upcharge just because they are not as close to your main pool and your transportation. And then you've also got the French Quarter landing out here. So if you are taking the water taxi transportation either to Riverside, the other part of the resort for Portorleans, or if you're taking that over to Disney Springs, that's where you're going to catch the boats itself. And the dining location here is called the Sassagoula Float Works, and that's because this is the Sassagoula River. So it's a very small section of the resort. We only have one laundry station, so be aware of that whenever you're making your resort decisions. But folks really love it here. So let's go ahead and walk on down. I'm going to walk you through pretty much all of it. I'm sorry, the arcade officially is called the South Quarter Games. I guess I didn't mention that before. So we'll start over this way and kind of work our way back a little bit. Okay, remember I told you that these buildings are not terribly tall, so when you go to book these rooms, know that you're only going to be about 3 floors up at worst. So make sure that you're aware of that you're not going to be in one of those tower-like rooms to where you can have a very good overview of the surrounding area. So if you're hoping to take in nighttime fireworks or have just kind of a scenic view at night, this might not be the resort for you. I think I'm going to take the scenic route and not go directly through each of the rooms here. On the sides of the buildings, they're going to have those iron rails for the stairs. No worries though, in the center of the buildings there are going to be elevators, so you can take the elevators up. They're just cleverly hidden in kind of the eaves of where the buildings come together, so don't worry and think that the stairs are going to be your only means of transportation to go up through each of the building levels there. Now we're out early, so you're going to hear a lot of maintenance being done, a lot of cleaning being done. You're going to see a lot of mousekeeping out, sprucing up rooms as well. Another really cool added touch that I really enjoy here is each of these like streets, if you will, kind of have their own names. So right here we're getting ready to turn down Jazz Alley and Rue de Blues over that way. They've got some gorgeous courtyards though that kind of factor in each section. So what we just passed through is building 3, right? They're denoted with each of those different kinds of numbers on each section. So even though this is building 3, they all kind of connect with each other in like a T shape almost. So that still technically is building 3 as well. This is building 1. So although it's furthest, quote unquote, from the pool area and the main dining, know that because it's such a small resort, if that's not something you're looking to pay for to have a preferred room, you're not very far from some of the other rooms as well, or some of the other sections. So this is building 1. I'm going to be quiet while I pass through there. I don't know how well you all can hear me. Looks like they're backing up there. This is going to be the back streets, so don't think that you're necessarily going to be driving through there. Here's building 2. They all just kind of connect here with this empty courtyard space in the center. Looks like they're pressure washing. But it definitely invokes a sense of that old, classy New Orleans style. Oh, okay, so I was reading just a little bit ago, I think just came to me, the buildings, I think there's just a little over 1,000 buildings here. I think that's what I read earlier as I was brushing up on all my stats for here. So just a little over 1,000 rooms specific for this resort. And the stairs are not terribly steep, so you're not ever going up too many flights of stairs at once. Oh, that breeze feels good. As you've seen some cars out this way, whenever you go and park and get your room assignment, or if you've done the online check-in and you know where your room is, if you're familiar with the resort, you don't need any kind of assistance there. They've got plenty of ample parking on the outskirts of the resort, so that way they still give you this resort-like New Orleans feel as you're strolling kind of the sections through here, if you will. And that way you're not seeing all those cars. They're very cleverly hidden to kind of give you that experience of just being here on the streets of New Orleans, which I think is really, really nice. Whew. Look at all these stops for horses. Tie your horses too. Each resort does have its own playground, and this resort is no exception to that rule. So you can see right here, we're going to see a few little playground style locations right here by the main pool. So if you're kind of done with swimming for the day, or swimming's just not totally your thing, you do have an option for a playground over this way. It's right by the main pool, right by the pool bar. So if you want to go and grab something, a snack or a drink, or anything to just kind of cool off, it's a nice little place to kind of hang out. Yeah, it's got a jazzy, bluesy feel. I love this resort. I don't stay here very often, but I do love it. It's just got a really nice presence about it. If you were going into the quick service, this is the back corner of that, so you could go straight there without having to go through where we went through the main middle section right through here. Yeah, super convenient to pretty much everything. Oh, look, let's go check out the recreation activities. Oh, they were playing a Goofy movie on Sunday, so this is for this month. Goofy movie, Encanto, Cinderella, and Finding Dory. So they do not play movies under the stars every night. And that's going to be in the green between buildings 5 and 6, so I'll point that out to you once we pass through there. You'll also find the campfire out that way as well. If you need to know more information about it, you can scan the QR code. And then they've also got poolside activities, pool parties, arts and crafts, and Mickey tie-dye. And then they've got a glow party as well. Oh, that's really cool. 8 o'clock. Hey Karen, how are you? Hi Judy. Hey Jason. He said, looks beautiful. I'm sorry, I haven't even been keeping up with the chat. Are any of the rooms decorated? I will go and look. But because this is a moderate and because it's so quaint, I typically don't tend to see a whole lot of it fancied up that way. You can see some of our gators through here. I'm gonna wait until they're done taking their pictures.
Alright, you said those are age squirrel. Yeah, do a swirl. Alright, look at these.
Okay, let's go see some of these.
That one's really
Got
cute.
gators on parade down through here. They're dancing in the streets. Just as what they were doing. It's a really wonderful place just to kind of stroll, take some pictures. I told you, this is definitely a resort that you want to keep coming back to year after year, especially if you have younger kids, and just kind of see them grow, take pictures at the same locations over and over again to kind of see the changes. Pool restrooms are over on this side, and they do even have a companion restroom, which I really appreciate. We'll go check out the pool. Oh, thank you. So right over here is your main feature pool. You got the court jester ushering you in for a swinging good time here at Mardi Gras. But this is probably my kid's absolute favorite pool, aside from Coronado, because you got this big old dragon, right? So the stairs for the back of the Dragon right here is amazing. It's not terribly deep. I think there's a 4-foot section, but you can hop from over on this side, take the stairs over, and I call him King Triton because I don't know that I can actually call him anything else, but his tongue, he's riding a dragon whose tongue is the slide for this resort. How cool is that? And then over here you've got some more like spray features here with all the gators kind of finishing out their performance over there. A nice little spray ground. Yeah, super cool. Very, very, very fun resort pool. And if that's really not your speed, if you have very, very, very little ones, you've got the spray ground over here. And it also has kind of a cork slide to it. I won't go totally in there because there's so many of them in there. But it's got the dumping elements for like when they get full, they dump the water. They've got spray elements. They've got the water slide. They've got seats over here as well, if that's something that you're looking to go into. And it's not terribly deep. Ah, this is amazing. I love this pool. Nicole said that pool was so cool. I haven't stayed there since I was a kid, but it was the best. Yes. This is the pool that all the kids want to come to because it's the one that everybody remembers, right? It's very, very hard to forget such a cool dragon as being your focal point for the pool. Let alone your slide, right? Okay, this is Mardi Gras. This is your pool bar area. They've got some seating out this way, kind of offset from the bar, but you can also, sit at the bar. They've got some souvenir glasses as well, or they've got just regular drinks if you're wanting to kind of take in some food. They've got, little appetizer type stuff, Mickey pretzels, things like that. Yeah, for the most part, just a nice little bar to kind of sit around. And this is building 5. Remember, there was a courtyard in between buildings 5 and 6, and that's going to be where you can find the Cajun campfire for the campfires at night, and the movie Under the Stars when they're doing those. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to point out the hot tub. It's back that way too. Let me walk this way so I can show you what the transportation stop looks like. I feel like I'm walking in the middle of the street and it's like tripping me up. I'm like, oh no, I need to be walking on the sidewalk, but I'm kind of forgetting, other than, their golf carts, there's not really any cars through here, which is nice. Oh no! Barbara said I almost missed the favorite pool. Stella. Hassan said, are you back? Yeah, I'm back now. Okay. All right, so you can follow this walking path all the way out to Boat Rides Dining Hall if you want to go and eat at Portorleans Resort Riverside, or you can kind of just sit out here. Right over here is also the docking station, so if you're taking the water transportation, the water taxi, over either to the other part of the resort, to Riverside, or going down to Disney Springs, this is where you're going to load and unload from. That's really cool, Hassan. Oh, it's 102. Barbara, no wonder I'm having some trouble breathing. It is hot. I know, Nicole said I said the same thing about the streets last time I was there. Yep. So we just came from that side. Buildings 1, 2, and then 3 was over here. Then we got building 5 over this way. Like I said, it's not a terribly long walk. I'll show you the rest of that walking path once we go further down that way. But I want to kind of cut through building 5 because you've seen the buildings. They look very similar, right? I haven't seen any windows or any doors decorated just yet. You tend to see those more at definitely the value resorts, some of the moderates, and that's only because they have these bump out windows to kind of be able to display things in. Once you get into the deluxe resorts, you tend to not see those near as much, but again, because this is such a small resort, that might be where we're not seeing as many. All right, so I promised a good look at the elevators, and right here, ta-da, right where each of the buildings meet, you're gonna have your elevators. So don't worry about always having to take the steps or feeling like you need to take the steps each time. We'll go down this way. I didn't realize they were leaving. I feel like I'm walking out of a house. This is cool. All these different arches and the gates. Now right here is the courtyard. So this is where they're going to do the movies Under the Stars, right? Thank you, Barbara. So if you guys have some magic mail you want to send us, feel free to send it to our P.O. box. In fact, actually, we've got a magic mail call tonight, and we're going to talk all things Disney Vacation Club. So you don't want to miss that. I think we're doing that at 6 tonight. And this is where they where they have the Cajun campfire nightly. So if you want to come out, you want to roast marshmallows, you bring your own things to kind of roast, you can do those here. But they've got plenty of seating here. They've got a wonderful setup for a inflatable movie screen. Sometimes they hand out popcorn or snacks. They'll give you towels to sit on or chairs, depending on the resort. Just a nice time to have, right? Okay, so we just came from building 5. I believe this is 6. There's building 4. It's going to be off to the side of the Sassagoula Float Works, off to the side of the quick service. And again, you're going to have multiple buildings kind of colliding with each other to be that building's number. And each room number designation is going to kind of show off the building. So this is 6101 through 6116. That tells you all of this is building 6. So if you were to get a room number that starts in 1001, then know that you're in building 1. So if you're doing the online check-in, know to look for those types of things. So that way you kind of can get your bearings about you and which direction you need to head or which direction you need to go and park if you're parking your car here at the resort. What is this one? Rue de Vega? Rue de Vega! Oh man! Oh, that was cool. That was inventive. I don't know why that hit me like a ton of bricks, but it did. Am I a robot? No, Hassan, I'm not a robot. I'm sorry. Maybe hop out and hop back in. Sometimes it happens. There's a lot of trees here too, so that could also be something that's kind of affecting our signal here. So my apologies if that's the case. Ah, this one says Lasalle Street. All right, there's the end of building 4. I'm gonna round about here too so I can show you what this looks like. They're cleaning out that way, so I won't go down that way for fear of my little toesies getting run over with the water because I'm out in flip-flops. But here's a prime example of where you're able to kind of park your car here, but it's nestled away from your resort, but not terribly far to where you can't have easy access to it. I mentioned that the other pool was the only pool that's here on this side because all the other water fixtures are just kind of like this. Just little courtyards or fountains. Not anything extensive. Definitely not for swimming. But I do like the frog touches. These are super cute here too. Oh no, that one's not spouting as much. Yeah, thank you, Barbara. So sprinkle is our word for share. So thank you all for sprinkling the streams, sprinkling the magic. Have you all ever had a chance to stay here? I know a couple of you have chimed in and been like, oh yeah, I stayed there before. Oh, well they're walking. Let's go see more of the walkway to the other side of the resort. I might cut through this way though, so that way I don't go anywhere near all that cleaning. Are you able to drive into other resorts again? Or still Disney Transportation? Amy, I believe at this time it's still Disney Transportation. Only because we've been seeing a very high uptick in travel as of late. So you want to be very cautious of that. Maybe ask the concierge at your resort. It may also come down to which resort and how busy they are. So for instance, 4th of July weekend, you are not getting in at all unless you had a confirmed reservation. Sometimes, every once in a while, they will let you drive out to other resorts. Full disclosure, I was able to drive out here today in my own car, but I believe they prefer that you take Disney Transportation. And that kind of brings up a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. If you're looking to go from resort to resort, let's say you've got a breakfast or a dining reservation at another resort than the one that you're staying at, or you're just wanting to look at some of the other resorts, you're totally fine to do so. It's just that any Disney Transportation will not take you from resort to resort. So what you'll need to do is make sure that you take your own transportation to the nearest Disney park. and then from there, or Disney Springs, and then from there catch the bus for that corresponding resort. So for instance, like Chef Mickey's is a pretty popular location at Disney's Contemporary Resort. So if I wanted to go from here to Contemporary, I would have to take Disney transportation, take the bus over to Disney's Magic Kingdom Park, and then from there either walk or take the monorail over to the Contemporary. Can I talk slower? I wish I could. I will try and be very cautious on that. I know that I'm a fast talker, and I'm so sorry. Is the walkway lit at night? I believe it is. Yep. Yes, 4th of July weekend was very cool. I wish we'd had better service that day. That still kind of bothers me. Neither here nor there though, right? I figure we'll just walk down maybe about halfway so you can see the difference here in between going to Port Orleans Riverside versus French Quarter over this way. Just want you to get a good notion of what this looks like on the walkway. Yeah, please ask me questions. That lets me know that you have interest in either this resort or interest about Walt Disney World parks in general. Keeps me on my toes a bit too. Now don't forget, we're doing our magic mail call for tonight, so I'm showing off all of the mail that you all have sent in, and we're also going to talk all things Disney Vacation Club. So if you have questions about Disney Vacation Club, questions about points, questions about how to rent them, we're going to be going over all of those things. I believe there's a Facebook post on our Facebook page about all of that. So if that's of interest to you, then please, by all means, go ahead, leave us a comment with your question, or just be in person so that way you can ask it in real time tonight. I think we're doing that at 6 p.m. Are you a faster talker, like you take over the world? I think it's just me. I think it's a genetic thing. I come from the South. I come from Tennessee, where you would seem to think that would be enough to make me slow down my speech. And I guess I just feel like I have so much to say that I get excited about it. And subconsciously. And then it just comes out really quickly. I'm sorry. I get really excited a lot. And that kind of hurries up my speech. So this is about halfway or so. Right over here is going to be the stately mansions for the royal guest rooms for Port Orleans Resort Riverside. Thank you all. Hi Margarita, where is Myrtle Beach? I'm not certain about Myrtle Beach. Are you talking maybe about Myrtle Beach? That is in South Carolina. But this is the other section to the resort. So this is Port Orleans Resort Riverside from over here. This whole section is Port Orleans Resort French Quarter. So because they're sister resorts, they are very, very close together. Yeah. I was sitting underneath the bridge here for a second because the breeze was coming in, and B, it was a little nice there. Yeah, Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina. We're out at Walt Disney World right now in Orlando, Florida. But I've been to Myrtle Beach several times over. It's a beautiful place too. More parking, and this is building 7. So if you're looking for a resort that's not terribly big, hi, Ride with Randa. Randa, my name's Myranda, so just kind of a shorter name. Yeah, please do. Yeah, so if you're looking for a resort that you're not going to fight a whole lot of traffic at night, and you're looking for something that's got great walking distance, not only between its buildings, but other food options, and a larger resort, you can always check out Portorleansfrenchquarter. It's a very, very nice option. And honestly, that's when I hear a lot of people say, I don't want to fight a lot of traffic at night. I want to be able to get in and get out. This is where I tend to direct them to the most and what they ultimately decide on. Because It's just a very small, quaint resort. Like I said, just over 1,000 rooms. Just barely over 1,000, I think it was. So at 4 per room, you know, maybe 4,000 people total tops. So it's not a bad option to check out. Yay, Disney! A hot dog. Barbara's got to make sure I'm fed here with these super stickers. Thank you, Barbara, for that. Hi, Lindsay! Yes, oh, you had a meeting at 11. Oh, shucks, I'm sorry. Well, you'll have to catch us for the GVC chat tonight. They're keeping the grounds nice and clean for us here. And I know that looks like it's all completely soaked right now, but because this Florida weather is so crazy, that water is going to evaporate in no time. Oh, man. Anybody up for some beignets? Are you early in the morning there? We are. It is 11:45 for us here. So just had a lunch changeover or so. Might go around the way these people are going. Looks like they were trying to avoid some cleaning too. But I don't mind to stop in for some beignets if y'all want to see what those look like. Try them out. Sandy says, if you're staying at a Skyliner resort, you can resort hop using the Skyliner. Yes, you sure can. Good point. She says, we visited Caribbean Beach, Riviera, the Boardwalk, and Yacht and Beach Club. Yeah, I love that. Yes, on the beignets. Okay, you drive a hard bargain. Yeah, let's do it. So where was I yesterday? I was actually stuck out in a storm at Epcot yesterday. At a Guardians of the Galaxy virtual queue line that I felt like I needed to use. So I had to use it. And then by the time my time was there to redeem, I got out and it was raining cats and dogs, which in our words means a lot, quite a lot. It was like monsooning. And there was a lot of lightning. And I wouldn't have minded moving the resort tour back maybe an hour or so, but I had some things I had to do at home. So that wasn't really ideal for me. So we moved it to this morning. I'm still a fast talker. I'm so sorry. I'm trying really hard. To me, I feel like this is at least half speed of what I normally talk. I've got to do better at that, for sure. Oh, thank you all so much. Hi, Emily. How are you? I did see that lightning, and because the water was up like several inches everywhere, that's where I was like, I don't know that a resort tour where we're just going to be walking outside for most of it was going to be very beneficial. And I really wanted to show off the resort and its beauty here. You can't really get that when it's raining, especially because there's only one pool. So that's where I made the executive decision to move it to today. It really stunk though. I really did want to get out here yesterday. I'm really wanting in that pool. It's very hot today. It feels better though. I know it says that it's hotter, but it feels better today than it has for several other days.
All right. Do you have a key for the room?
Oh, sorry, Hassan. I'm doing great, Emily. How are you? Oh, you said you're great. Sorry. I think we're going to wrap up today's tour going to grab some beignets, which makes me really excited. I don't think I've had anything this morning to eat. I'm not very much of a breakfast person, so I usually wait until lunch and It's lunch. Beignets for lunch. Can't go wrong with that. Let's see what we got going on. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, Scat Cats. Feels like 90, it's 94, but feels like 104. Yeah, I could tell it's definitely an uptick. For sure. Look at all the jazz music stuff here. We've got the trombone over there and a banjo. Oh, this is cool. Should we get a dipping sauce? Salted caramel, strawberry, chicory, chocolate ganache. Oh, I called them boozy beignets earlier. That's kind of like their nickname for them. If you're looking for those specifically, they're the Baton Rouge beignets. Sorry, that's my bad. Oh, thank you all. I appreciate that. There's that Scat Cats again. I would love that shirt. I feel like I need that one. I wonder if they sell that one too. Well, thank you all. I appreciate it. Nicole said I always get free dipping sauces. I'm going to try one because it's just me today. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to do the 3 beignets. Amy says I always go for the chocolate. Somebody said caramel. Caramel sounds good too. Salted caramel bar and strawberry. You might have to go for chocolate. That looks good too. Strawberry salted caramel. Now I've got 2 salted caramel, 1 chocolate. Nicole always gets 3, so. We'll see. We'll see what we got going on. Oh, you see in there. We got caramel and the chocolate over this one. I'm thinking caramel might be the way to go. Chocolate sounds good there. I'm just weird about chocolate. Sometimes it's like too thick, or it's milk chocolate, and I'm not as much into milk chocolate as I am like dark chocolate. Hi.
What can I get for you?
Can I have the 3 count of your beignets?
Sure.
I think we're gonna go with the caramel dipping sauce too.
Anything else for you?
No, that'll be it.
Is that going to be for here or to go?
To go.
I'm going to get a name for the order.
Miranda. Unless you have like regular tap water or something.
I can give you the cup right here and then you can get it in the next one.
That's fine.
Alright, give me 744. Using a regular card?
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Did you want your receipt?
No, thank you.
They'll call you when it's ready, okay?
Thank you. Okay. Caramel sauce. Think I got time to go and grab that water now?
Yeah, you can. If anything, I'll just wait here.
Okay, thank you. Alright, beignets are ordered, y'all. So we'll grab our water though first. She's just gonna put them to the side for us. Now you get to see how these things work in action. Not so bad. Try to go the other side. Other side. Those two taken care of now. Let's go find us a place to sit. I know, snack time! Sorry, my stabilizer got twirled around there. Hey Becky, how are you? Ready to try out some beignets? Let's go see what we got. Float crew only. That's cute. Y'all know that Mardi Gras is one of my favorite places to be. Oh, wonder if that's us. Not so much. Okay, I think we're gonna hang out and talk. Hi everybody. Water in hand. We've got our trusty caramel sauce right here. Yeah. Good morning, Becky. You just woke up? That sounds good. Yeah, Nicole said it's hard for me to make food decisions sometimes. So I just get all the options. Sorry, that was the second time Jonathan had beat Jenny. He forgot I was streaming. Because he's like, your resort times are on Tuesday. I'm like, not today. Not this week. I know they do. They ring a bell. Let me take all my fancy stuff off so I can quit weighing this thing down. Have you all ever had a chance to try the beignets here? I feel like they've been around for a while. And they started doing the boozy beignets not too long ago. That was so much fun too. They're pretty good. They can fill them with like Kahlua and a bunch of other. I think Kahlua is what we normally get those with. You've never had one at all? Oh, Stephanie, you're in for a treat. I'm kind of glad that we're doing this here at Portorleans and not out in like Food and Wine in Cock, because I feel like those get a little bit tougher than the ones they do here at the resort. The ones they do here are top notch. I keep watching them through the window over here, thinking that it's going to be ready, and it is not ready. Oh well. But yeah, so sounds so good. Are they like cinnamon rolls? So almost. They're like a fluffy pillow. We've got a lot of air on the inside, but it's like, I liken it more to a funnel cake, just a big pillowy version of a funnel cake, right? Yep, this is me, Hassan. Hello, hello. Thank you, Barbara, for that hot dog. You're speaking my language with the food for lunch, right? No, I love the beignets here. I think they're good. And then if you can get the dipping sauce for them, it's even better. A lot of people will get them for like breakfast and stuff, since kind of like a breakfast bread or a dessert, a pastry. The coffee, delicious, delicious. I'm doing great, Hassan. How are you? Like I said, this is really hard for me because I'm watching my face and I'm trying to be very cautious of how fast I speak. And that's not me. I'm a very fast talker, and that's things. I need to be more conscious of that. Oh, Barbara's got me the popcorn and the hot dog. Is that us? I'm seeing a bag. Is that us? Oh my goodness. Yay, Becky, that's awesome. Very catchy. I love it. Thanks, Hassan. Oh, look. Okay, so we went out to Five Below the other day, and the kids just wanted to get some things for school. So we went out to Five Below, and I always pass through their apparel section for their shirts because sometimes you can have some really good finds. And this is what I found. It's got the original Chip and Dale. Got the Chip and Dale and Monty and Gidget. I just really hate that I didn't have it before Moonlight Magic at Hollywood Studios. But this is a good find. $5. Not a bad shirt at all. I think that might be our bag. Let's see. I love Chip and Dale too. They're my favorite. I had a Chip and Dale lunchbox when I was younger. It was like one of those thermos, the ones that had the mugs in it. And they're my favorite, for sure. Stephanie's like, oh heck, I love everybody. Me too. Me too. Aw, thank you all. I appreciate it. Hang tight. I want to see if that's making turn this around for us. Okay. I couldn't find my button. There was too much white there. So let's see. Somebody else's? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, look here. Okay, here's a 6-count. Thank you. They got a cinnamon sugar one. They got a raspberry beignet, a chocolate one. Ooh, that one looks good too. And then they got the Mickey beignets. Woohoo! Oh man. Okay. We have our bag. Look, you know they're good. And the grease is coming through the bag, y'all. Let me get some utensils. I totally just walked off and left all my stuff. That was very irresponsible, Miranda. Okay. I thought it looked like ours. All right, Mickey beignets, where you at? Woo! I might only be able to down one right now because they're so big and thick. Yeah, I don't know how I could do 6 of them. There they are. Mickey beignets. Here's our caramel dipping sauce. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what they look like on the inside. Because I know a lot of you all have said, yes, yes, I love beignets. But then there's been quite a few of you that say, I know what they are, I know what they look like, but I can't say that I've ever actually seen them or had them. So, oh shucks. Probably should have got my knife. Now I'm making you want some powdered donuts. Oh, Stephanie, the good stuff. That's awesome, Becky. Have so much fun. So that's what it looks like on the cross section. When I said it kind of reminds me more of a funnel cake. So you've got the powdered sugar. It's just a thicker version of a funnel cake. I did, Barbara. I don't know that this is going to be the best place to talk about all that though, because I don't have all the right information and the insight on that, and I can't. I'm still trying to form an opinion. There's been a lot of things come out about that, and I just don't know. Here is going to be the best place to discuss that. If you all want to discuss it privately, that's totally your own prerogative, but I won't be discussing anything publicly on it. Alright, so let's try it out. Caramel sauce. I think it's the same caramel as like the Ohana bread pudding. I think we made the best possible decision on the caramel sauce.
Oh, you know what? The email.
I wish I had a plate. I could kind of like just drizzle it all over. I feel like that would have been a lot better. than
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
dipping
send it
it.
to you right now.
But yeah, so good. So good on this.
Yeah, I just sent it to you. Thank you, and
We have a little bit more. I'm gonna like drown it in the caramel sauce though. It is dripping. It does almost taste like a donut. No worries, Papa. I just know that there's a lot of emotion behind all that right now. And I just want to make sure that I have all the facts first before anything from me. So, yes, on the caramel sauce. No, I could probably move this a little closer. I think it lives up to its name because while it's caramel sauce, I can taste the extra saltiness to it for it to be a salted caramel. So I do appreciate that. I really wanted to get back out to Epcot yesterday, and I made it out just before the rain started, but I really wanted to get it back out yesterday to go and get some more of those fries. And then it rained. It didn't just rain, it like monsooned. So, and after some fries today, maybe at Epcot, maybe tomorrow, but definitely by the weekend, we need to go back to the fry balls. So good. These are so good. Are the dipping sauces extra in the cost? Good question. So you get one complimentary sauce. They have 3 different ones: the salted caramel, the strawberry, and then the ganache chocolate. But if you wanted extra sauces, they're 99 cents. Reminds you of a salted caramel Rice Krispie treat. Stephanie, that sounds amazing. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just nice and fluffy on the inside. They're not meant to be very crispy on the outside or burnt, and they're covered in powdered sugar. But this is Tiana's signature dessert. You can see the beignets in there. There's 2 others. You can get them in either 3 or 6. I think this 3 count was $6.99 with the dipping sauce. The 10 count or the 6 count was $10.99. So yeah, not a bad snack at all, for sure. Well, I think rather than sitting here watching me eat the rest of them, I think I'm going to continue to eat on these. But I really hope that you all enjoyed our overview of Portorleansfrenchquarter Resort. I hope it's piqued your interest enough that you would want to try to check it out at some point. If not, just staying here, if only just to kind of come over, check it out, see what it looks like. You're very, very welcome. They are warm. They are made to order. Absolutely. So that's why it takes a little while whenever you order them to get them. It's because they are making them in the back. But if you have any questions on this resort, maybe some of the other resorts that we toured, maybe some resorts that we haven't yet toured, let me know. This Saturday, we'll be doing another poll again because we'll have 2 more left in the deluxe category. I think we've got Old Key West and Boardwalk and Yacht Beach Club. So we've actually got 3. So look for that resort tour poll here really, really soon. Don't forget the Magic Mail chat and our DVC talk tonight, 6 p.m. So I'll be looking for you on that as well. If you have questions about Disney Vacation Club, let me know in advance. There's a post on Facebook that you can post to in advance. If not, bring your questions with you whenever you go to sit down with me, and we'll talk about it all. I'll answer as many as I can. If it's something that I don't have an immediate answer for, I will definitely work on getting you an answer. So I hope you all had a wonderful start to your morning with some Mickey Beignets, and that I'll see you all really soon this afternoon for our other chat. But in case I don't happen to see you, I'll catch you on the next ride. Bye, everybody.